Peace, family. This video right here is about stretching. Now, getting straight to the point, we understand that we are being indoctrinated and taught to think that certain things are not cool or they're not okay to do because it's not hip or it's not in. First of all, I want to let y'all know, despite what y'all think about yoga and stretching, and yes, I do stretch. Yes, I do yoga in my own personal time. For anybody who want to say, well, you don't do that. Yes, I do practice everything I preach. So with that being said, we have to understand that the reason we are taught not to practice what we, the African race, has created, such as stretching and yoga, is so that we can continue to vibrate at a lower frequency. What do I mean by this? Everybody always say muscle memory, muscles got memory. Okay, let's get deeper into the science. Did you know that your muscles literally store your emotions? So, for example, every time anybody on the planet Earth, even when animals get mad, angry, or aggressive, what's the first thing you do? You tense up, you swell up, and your muscles actually store that energy. So, if you never stretch, because what happens when you stretch it is you stretch the energy out. You release the energy. This is why I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. Get angry and go stretch. I promise you, you will not be mad no more. I promise you. When you stretch, you release all negative energies contained within the body. That is the point of stretching. This is why stretching is detrimental in order to have a peaceful soul. Now, why is this important? Black people are the most negative, angry, aggressive people on the planet. That is us. Why? Because we go through the most traumatizing situations. And guess what we don't do? We never stretch. We never release that energy. Average black person been fighting since they was about 5 years old. You've been fighting since kindergarten. You've been fighting in middle school. You've been fighting in high school. You've been fighting in prison. And you've been fighting your baby dad. And now you're probably still fighting right now in a club. And guess what you've never been doing? Stretching. So now you walking around angry, wishing a nigga would all day, and not taking care of not releasing the energy because you don't stretch. You don't meditate. You don't do yoga. And now we walk around super tense and super turned up all day because we have allowed the Caucasian to eliminate from us stretching and because we think it's not cool. So the point I'm trying to make is we must stretch and get back to doing yoga in our own homes. If you don't do it in a group, do it when nobody's around, do it in private, do whatever you feel comfortable, because that actually releases negative energy and makes you peaceful. For example, if you've been in a traumatizing situation when you were 6 years old and you're 26 and you don't stretch, you've never released that energy. So you've been holding on to a negative experience for over 20 years. So we need to stretch, people, black people. And yes, once again, I do stretch. I do practice what I preach. So I'm not on here just telling y'all to do something that I personally don't do. This helps cultivate the soul, and it helps to release not just anger, but negative energies that we hold on to. For example, if you got mad on Monday and it's Friday, you're still carrying the energies of Monday. So everybody talking about, oh, it's a new year, new me. No, the fuck it's not. Because you still got negative energy with you from five New Years ago. So, black people, I'm going to keep this video short. We need to stretch. We need to get back to yoga. That is essential to being spiritually cultivated. I don't even say teach, I remind the melanated gods of the planet Earth, which is the black race, how important it is to cultivate ourselves in order to contact the Creator directly again. No middleman. Religion is a fictitious middleman. We want direct contact. And stretching helps to create that contact because it releases negative energies, which keeps you vibrating at a frequency too low for the ancestors to contact you. So with that being said, family, stretch, release the negative energy, stop letting these crackers tell you shit is corny, because they sit here and make you feel like it's corny to stretch, and then they ass be in a yoga class trying to get on our frequency. So I don't care if you do it in your house, I don't care if you do it with your girl, I don't care if you do it in your wherever you do it at. Stretch when you got some time. You ain't got to go too hard, but stretch the tension out. Because like I said, everybody tenses up when they get angry. I don't care who you are. Everybody swell up and get mad. Why? This shows you that muscles become constricted when channeling a negative frequency. And then if you don't release that frequency, it sits in you and it stays in you until you do. So if you 40, 50 years old and you never stretched all your life, then you wonder why your grandma mad as hell and mean as hell all the time and got an attitude all the time. Because she's still mad from when somebody took her sucker in fucking 3rd grade. So, with that being said, family, we got a lot of shit we gotta work out of our systems, black people. And this is one of them. So with that being said, let's begin getting back to our ancient practices in order to become in order to manifest that result. They say the way, not practice makes perfect only, but the way you practice, the form in which you practice will determine your result. We are practicing modern Western civilized ways, and we're not getting an ancient result. So what we need to do is start practicing our ancient ways in order to get our ancient result, which is greatness, black people. And this is an undeniable fact. So if you are melanated, go back to what is more favorable to your melanated state of existence, which is black ancient practitioners, such as yoga and stretching, such as meditation, such as crystal healing and crystal meditation, such as seeing the God within itself point of view. But to stay on point in this video, black family, get back to stretching. Stop thinking it's corny. Release that negative energy. If not, we're going to stay tense and we're going to stay destructive because we're holding on to destructive energy. And that is how you release negative energy from the physical shell. That it's not just through trying to stay positive. How you going to try to stay positive and you walk? That's like saying you dirty and you went outside and played in the mud and you trying to stay clean all day. You got to get in the shower. You can try to stay clean all you want. If you don't get in the shower, you won't be clean. Same thing with our race. You can say you trying to stay positive and you surrounded by negative energy all day and people keep getting on your nerves, but you don't stretch. So you dirty and you refuse to take a shower, or you refuse to stretch and get rid of that negative energy, that dirt. So get rid of the dirt, family. Stop just looking at the shower, get in. Stop thinking about getting rid of the negative energy and stretch and really release the shit. So with that being said, get back into our ancient African practices, family. Peace.